So good day everyone. I'm recording this video. I hope everything is being recorded once again. I have had this problem two times. So for the first time when I was recording this video, I'm a little bit pissed right now because for the first time when I was recording the video, my video was recorded, but the microphone was muted. So essentially, what I told was kind of a waste of time because what I told haven't been registered. And for the second time, I shared my screen and I hit the record button, but somehow Telegram feature that didn't work, and my voice visible, like my voice could be heard, my voice could be used, it could. However, the recording itself was not recorded in a good way. My screen wasn't shared good enough. So I don't know what went wrong. But basically, I would like to here today explain you my code. So let's get into it. First of all, I would like to show you the content of my code, so what it's about. So let's get started out. So here, as you can see, this is my code before working. So here is the form that I have, and if you enter the form, it just registers. Yeah. So let's say I am entering a random number, which is 15, and I'm giving it a message, like for example, "Hi, professor." Yes. And it's basically recording it, right? So it has recorded it and saved it into a result page. So this is what it did, yeah? And right now I would like to talk about the project itself. So first of all, let's talk about POM.xml. It was actually a ready file, and then I have added some files. Into Java COM example demo, I have added files like greetings and greeting Java and greeting controller and the main file. Also, I have added POM.xml, which is what connects them together, and it's a very important step here. And I have also in the template sections added files like greeting HTML and result HTML. So this is exactly what I did. But let me guide you through the step that I have took, yeah, in here. So I have already shown you POM.xml file. Here in the POM.xml, what is important is it manages very important thing here, which is dependencies. I hope my screen is recording everything. Let me check one more time because last time it didn't. And I am sharing my screen. Perfect. All right. So POM.xml, as usual, it is a place where a lot of things are actually saved, but it holds the data. What it does is it doesn't hold data. Rather, it is like a Spring Boot start web. So it's like it allows me to build the web application. All right. So if you go on page on line 39, for example, Spring Boot starter web server, it starts out the web page, and then there is also on the 35th line Spring Boot starter stymi-left. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, and this is what I would like to call as it lets me write HTML pages that actually display the dynamic data coming from my Java code. So without these two starters, my application can't handle web requests and it cannot render HTML pages. So this is exactly the idea behind them. But let's talk about my main file. As you can see, there is an annotation called Spring Boot application, which is very important in here. But more important than that is the line 9, which is line 10. So this page, actually, this main page is what I would like to consider as an entry point to my whole application. So you can see that in line 10, what I'm doing is I'm starting out the application. It is boosting everything. It's booting up, boots up everything, and then so when I run this on my web goes live. Yeah, it goes live. So this is what it does. And let's talk about greeting Java. Here you can see things like ID and content are two of the most important things in here on this page, because here in this page, what I would like to call it is POJO. POJO is plain old Java object. So its job is to hold data. Now we have came to a type of file that actually holds the data, right? It was also called class, right? So it's holds the data. So two fields, as I told, ID and content, and it's a simple object, holds ID and content with getters and setters. So there is a get ID and set ID. You need to be very careful in here, as far as I know. So for each field, I have getter and setter methods. So I'm using the set ID and get ID to put data into object. Getters like get ID, and get content reads the value back out when I want to display it to the page. So there is also a controller page that I want to talk about. So it starts out with an annotation called controller, and then it uses get mapping and post mapping, as you can see, as a way of greeting form and greeting submit. Greeting form is the form that I fill when I am, so basically this is this form, yeah? So greeting form is the one that I'm filling out right here, and greeting submit is the one that I have when I have already submitted. So this is what I'm doing, right? As you can see, this is a very specific methods, and this means that the user opens the address greeting in the browser using a normal GET request, and then this method runs. What does it do? It creates a new empty greeting object and adds its models under the name greeting. So the model is how my data Java to the HTML and Java page. The last page is result.html. So here I am displaying what it's called getting started handling form submission. This is shown after the form is submitted. Here I use it th, this very th, and colon, because I have used it th specifically because to display the data. So to display the data, yeah. The first line shows text ID here, and then it is followed by greeting ID, and the second line shows content followed by greeting ID, greeting content again. And finally, let me run the, so these values come from greeting object that was filled by the controller. At the bottom, there is a link, and submit another message. Yes, submit another message. So you could, for it to act like a cycle. So every time you don't have to use different type of code, but it acts like a cycle. So when you come back, you can touch it and submit another message. Yeah. So you could randomly type one more thing. Doesn't matter. Yeah? So you could submit another message. It basically resets everything and makes you go to the first page one more time. Finally, I have shown you and run the application, and basically this is the idea of what I'm doing with the project that I have talked about. Thank you very much for listening, and take care.